These two teams have had mixed fortunes in the Alliance Football League. Tyrone were relegated from Division 1 on 7 points after winning 3, losing 3 and drawing 1. But they did, of course, put in some really good performances against Dublin and Donegal. And Cavan finished 4th in Division 2, winning 4 and losing 3 games. Kieran Daly trying to make an angle. Still unwilling to shoot. Niall Devlin getting inside the cover. The first shot at goal. The crowd love it. He loves it. White flag raised. Tyrone up and running. And Cavan take advantage here. Ends up with Sean McAvoy. Lovely kick. Will it continue on the journey inside the post? It will. Republic of Ireland underage international soccer player, ex-Cavan minor under 21. He's a wonderful, wonderful talent. Sean McAvoy. Punched down. Tyrone on the attack here. Nice opportunity for Kieran McGeary. And a good score.
Good score, McGeary, yeah. The value of winning the kick out. So, again, Morgan is giving Gary O'Rourke a decision to make. The fact he's occupying this space over in front of us might be worth hitting one down on top of him and see will he scramble back.
Opportunity coming for Darragh McVitie, and that goes straight over the black spot on the crossbar and gives Cavan a little bit of confidence.
Yeah, superb score from McVitie. He kicked a good few 2-pointers during the course of the league.
Michael McKiernan. Solo and go to great effect to Peter Hart. Again, the passing just going astray a little bit from a Tyrone perspective, but Con Kilpatrick recovers well. McShane. Nice layoff by Rory Canavan. Colin McShane gets involved again, and at the end of it all, it goes between the posts and over the bar. Good score by Dazzler, Darren McCurry.
Yeah, they're working well, and Aidan Donaghy as well is doing well, Marty, for a fella in his first day out in the championship. He's involved in a lot of positive stuff, and that'll give him a bit of confidence.
Darragh McVitie being pursued by Niall Devlin. McVitie laying it off for Oisín Kiernan, and on the run, that's a thing of beauty. In these conditions, that is a touch of class by Oisín Kiernan. Niall Morgan is calling for it. Off the boot of Michael McKernan. Sends it goal-bound instead towards Peter Hart. He lets fly, and it's curling in the wind, and it's going between the posts and over the bar. Great point off the boot of Peter Hart. Yeah. Still has the magic.
Superb. He didn't even look, Marty. He knew exactly where he was, and he just hung it up there and let the wind draw it in.
Kieran McGeary always seems to have the vision to be able to spread it from one wing to another, which is an admirable quality. Back to Michael McKiernan and company. Here's Con Kilpatrick from Eden Dark. Here's McGeary. He's already scored in this match. He has a great left boot, and the right one isn't bad either. You can see that he has regained the form that won him Footballer of the Year. Far more settled in the wing-back position, but going forward, able to play in both positions. That is a great kick. Challenging was Niall Devlin. Good work by the corner back from Coal Island.
Yeah, they're not allowing them time to settle on the ball. It's good from Tyrone. Shooting zone is obviously being pushed in because of the conditions.
Cian Madden with the effort that sails between the posts and over the bar. Cavan had to work so hard to get the score, but it was worth the wait. Peter Hart lays it off swiftly. No hanging about for Michael McKernan. McKernan on the run. That is a fabulous score. It's a great start to the second half by Tyrone. Yeah. Cavan down by 10 points at the break. They now find themselves down by 12. Nice ball inside towards Sean McAvoy. Given limited possession. crossfield ball is a good one. Porrick Faulkner at the end of it, laying it off quickly. Cavan need a goal out of this at this stage, even at early stages, but they'll even be happy with the point.
Yeah, good score, and in fairness to give credit to Sean McAvoy, he's buzzing around inside and he's constantly available for ball.
Running at the Cavan defence that's under severe pressure. And Darren McCurry on the run. Superb. Superb score. Has scored 5 goals and 190 points in 60 championship games. He's now added on 4 points today here in Healy Park, Omagh.
Yeah, great score. Came from the work of Kennedy and Kilpatrick together.
Sean McAvoy is beside him. Still Smith trying to cut inside. As once again, Cavan have to recycle it back around the midfield area. Here comes the shot from Oisín Kiernan. Hits it well. And that is a 2-pointer for Cavan. Great score, it must be said, from way out the field.
They've been excellent on the breaks. Joe Goose missed that one, but up to this point they've been outstanding in breaking ball.
Darragh McVitie, having received the pass from Brian O'Connell, drops this in, and that is a 2-pointer for Cavan. That's a great score from out the field, I have to say. It keeps Cavan's hopes still alive. Nice work by Sean McAvoy. Nice little sidestep. Laying it back to Darragh McVitie. McVitie.
2 again.
Utter class. His second 2-pointer. Great combination, understanding with that left wing of Sean McAvoy and Darragh McVitie. But McVitie's effort from way out the field is simply top class. As Cavan grow in confidence. Helping out is Cian Riley. Low ball along the ground, did well. Trying to gather it is Ryan O'Neill, and that is over the bar. Good play, Cavan, I have to give them credit, because they've never given up. And look at the scoreboard now, and there is still time. And Tyrone try to find their mojo again, because they certainly have lost their way a little bit in the second half. And Cavan, to their great credit, has really fought magnificently in the second half. Darren McCurry, the big man, the big man. It's Con Kilpatrick having a shot, having a goal. Physical strength, allied to football skill, add in a cocktail of sheer, utter passion, and you have Con Kilpatrick. Brilliant.
That was brilliant. He did excellently in the first place to get free Marty in the middle of the field, because he was being really tightly marked. He came off McCurry and then he managed to drive through and finished well. That'll obviously settle Tyrone now again, but brilliant play and brilliant from Con Kilpatrick.
They were always the better team, but credit to Cavan. They really came back at Tyrone and rattled their cage a little bit until Con Kilpatrick's goal. So Tyrone win this Ulster Championship quarter-final. We've had wind and rain, we've had sunshine. We've also had some wonderful scores, particularly by Tyrone. But overall, it's going to be Tyrone in the Ulster Championship quarter-final, and they will take on All-Ireland champions Armagh. Full-time score here in Healy Park in Omagh is Tyrone, 1 goal and 24 points. Cavan, 20 points.
We knew coming down the road today, if we kind of were in the game with, going into on the home straight, we would be thereabouts. But unfortunately, as I say, we just had too much to do the first half. But it's a good characteristic in a team that to stay at it. We know the boys are hurting. We know we didn't show our best self there today. So it's important now that we just dust ourselves down. We hopefully get some injuries back. We've a number of lads out over the last week or two, and hopefully we can show a better counter ourselves in the All-Ireland series.
You're looking to get team scores rather than great individual scores, because they're a lot easier to counteract. So the boys are just working really hard for each other. They've done a lot of work since the start of the year. Obviously, we're disappointed to lose our place in Division 1, but we felt we finished the campaign off well, and we're hoping to carry it through today. Some of it was good today, but there's a lot of stuff to work on. So, we get back down to work now on Tuesday night and plan ahead.